about diversity, I don't think about black, white, religion, race, creed. I don't think about any of those types of things. I think about talents. That's why I think about diversity. You see, I don't want to be part of a melting pot. A melting pot is a bunch of goo. I don't want to be a bunch of goo. I want to be part of a mosaic. If I've got a little bit of talent here, maybe in sales, and somebody else has talent in operations, and somebody else has talent developing relationships, and somebody else has talent in financials, and somebody else has talent in technology. See, we need different people. We need roving leadership. The strongest goose always leads, right? But then when she falls behind, somebody else has to take over. It's the same thing in businesses. We do a great job of identifying talents and then putting them in position to be successful. A sales coach always says thank you to his or her team by giving them all the credit for success. Never be selfish as a coach. If there are successes, it's always the team that won the game. That's the way it works. Likewise, when there are failures and losses, then you always take the blame. That's why they pay you that big money, to be that manager, to be that coach. Always take the blame. Be big enough. And also in coaching, relies on identifying talent for success. How many of us hire people because there's salespeople out there, they work for this organization, they were salespeople, so they're going to stay salespeople, and we hire them because they're qualifications. It's not about qualifications in sales, it's about talent. People that have a customer service focus. People that want to go above and beyond and not give their customers heck, but give them help. People don't worry about being politically correct, they worry about being morally right. People don't worry about corporate policy, they worry about people. Those are the people that we want in sales today. Those are the folks that can create that roving leadership environment. And a coach always allows his or her members to play to their talents. Don't waste time trying to change weaknesses. Can we change as human beings? Yes, somewhat. But we are zebras and we got a lot of stripes that are going to stay with us. And so look to play to your strengths. If your people in your organizations right now are failing at their jobs, they may not be talented, but they may have talents in other areas that can help your organization. That's the role of a coach. Putting people at the right time, at the right place, with the right talents, with the opportunity to go knock them dead. That's what great coaches do. It's about talent and how we use that talent.
I thought you can look at these videotapes and you can read his books and you can hear his promos and his publicity release, but you have to see him in person. So I would tell any company that's even thinking about it, and if it's a deciding factor, if it's a straw that broke the camel's back, I'm telling you, you got to see this guy in person.
The definition of the right attitude is my septic tank cleaner. He's Bubba. And he said, I'm the goodest septic tank cleaner in the Miami Valley. Mr. Adams, remember, I'm number 1 and number 2. And we have him back every 2 years, don't we? Because he's number 1 and number 2. It was like when I checked into this hotel. I was at the Broadmoor Hotel in Colorado Springs, and I was doing an event out there for a financial institution. And I mean, you talk about preparation. If you've never stayed at the Broadmoor, go there sometime. They greeted me by name at the door. They were excited to see me. Oh, you're here for the event, Mr. Adams. Can we help you with your bags? Can we do this? Can we do that? And her name was Sheila. She was so customer focused, I couldn't believe it. I got up to my room. I tipped her. You know, she went back down to the front desk. I mean, she was the front desk person helping everybody else get me to where I wanted to go. I got into my room, and there was a little bit of a plumbing problem. So I called down the front desk. I said, Sheila, this is Mark Adams. I'm over here in the East Wing. I said, I got a little problem. I got a leak in my sink. She said, Mr. Adams, if that makes you feel good, you go right ahead. Now, is that customer service or what?
Unbelievable. I'm not sure I can come up with any words other than unbelievable. Mark was just, I mean, a whole range of emotions. He had everybody fired up. It was exciting. Brought tears to my eyes probably 5 times. I mean, just excellent, unbelievable. You talk about motivation, and Mark's the guy that's gonna do it for you, and he's gonna touch you in your heart so that you remember how it felt. For me personally, I came looking for some motivation for how do I hold myself accountable? How do I increase my sales? How do I set my own goals, something that's reasonable and manageable? And the goals that he puts forth are imminently manageable and easy to follow. So it worked good for me.
Let's take a look at my personal career best effort strategy. This is how I plan and how I challenge myself every single day. I tell my wife I love her at least 2 times a day. Judy, I love you. I tell my sons that I love them at least 2 times a day. Patrick and Jimmy, I love you, and I love your older brother Luke too. I tell my wife how attractive she is, and isn't Judy pretty? She's knockout, isn't she? I recruited way over my head. And I did. I mean, hey, listen, they put me on radio for a reason. I have a great face for radio, all right? I tell my sons I'm proud of them at least once a day. Every day when they go to school, I kiss them. I tell them I'm proud of them, usually. I spend a minimum of 1 hour per week alone with each son. With Jimmy, we're going golfing tomorrow. Patrick now is tennis. And Judy and I go on a date together at least one time each month. And gentlemen, let me tell you something. This strategy works. You know what I'm saying? I got living proof. I got twins right there. Yes. That's my personal career best effort strategy. It doesn't take any talent to do any of these things, just commitment. And I keep myself and hold myself, Jeff, accountable. This is my strategy for approaching what you do for a living as well. I don't work for anybody. I work with my family and for them on a regular basis. And I hold myself accountable with a career best effort strategy. In my professional life, I make 5 phone calls or emails per day. It doesn't take any talent to do it, just concentration and effort in order to generate new business. That's 25 a week. I read 3 articles per week for professional growth. Doesn't mean you got to read Six Sigma, but means you got to be reading things to help yourself stay involved with technology, involved with operations, involved with financials, involved with human resource opportunities. I'll send 10 personal notes per week. If you give me your business card, I send you a handwritten personal note every single time. Because when I get mail, do I open up the stuff that looks like it's computer generated or the stuff that's handwritten personally to me? What do? Every time. We're going to open up the personal letters. I send Patty Carpenter, one of my agents, 1 marketing tool per week, and I network with local agents. I've got agents and agencies that I work with across the Miami Valley as well. That is my strategy. That's what I do for a living. That's how I hold myself accountable.
Mark is a dynamic speaker, and the differentiating factor for him is that he is God-driven, and he gets rid of all the political mumbo-jumbo that so many companies fail with, and he is right to the core values of humans. What a difference he has. I hope he spreads his roots and gets more people like him on circuits like this, talking to people like us.
And this is why I have great passion for what I do. You see, I love you, Judy, and I love you, Patrick, and I love you, Jimmy, and I love Luke as well. And I love all of you, too. In our politically correct world, when we don't know each other's names, we're not supposed to say stuff like that. I don't know y'all. I don't know all your names. But I know that I love you because you've shared the most precious gift that one human being can give to another, and that's your time. You didn't have to be here tonight to share this time with me and with my family, but you came, and I love you for it. So go along your journey. Go along and spread your roots all through the Miami Valley and beyond. Find ways to differentiate yourself by not being politically correct, but by being morally right, by not giving your customers heck, but by giving them help, by being personal, not being corporate. Spread your roots and let them grow in all directions. Find allies in every other business, in every other way, and throughout your inner organization, and spread them outside of your organization. Just like those redwoods who hold themselves up, the tallest trees in the world, but they hold themselves up. Be like those geese who fly in that V formation and get to their destination 71% faster. Go along your journey and fly hard and fly well. And as we close out our evening and you go on your journey and I go mine, I'll take a part of you all with me. The entrepreneurial spirit that I feel in this room. All the people who want to just get a little bit better every day so you can take care of the family that you have a passion for. That's why we're here. That's why we work. So go along your journey, and I'll go along mine as well. And as we leave each other, we'll come back together again somewhere down the line. And for your journey, I have a very special wish for you coming straight from my father, the old Irishman. Ladies and gentlemen, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Fly straight, fly true, fly together, and may God bless the businessmen and women of the Miami Valley. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jeff. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you in the back. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.